And this week, cryptocurrency is the question, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum. I haven't heard of that one. It's also been carving a reputation for revolutionizing the way we see money. And it isn't just Bitcoin and Ethereum, but a bunch of different kinds. But how does one go about making their own cryptocurrency? Well, this week, I'm joined by Zooko Wilcox, CEO of Electric Coin. And we're going to be tackling that elusive question. Zooko, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so cryptocurrency. How do we start with cryptocurrency? People start talking about the ledger and the wallets and all those things. What's the easiest, simplest way to explain cryptocurrency and how you can make it?
That's a great question. I think the computer technology has improved to where we can make all kinds of things. And recently it improved to where we can make decentralized money that works over the internet. So anyone can pay or get paid by anyone else over the internet. But that's not the magic. The magic is money is a shared concept. So it only means anything if other people care about the same thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So that's my experience. I'm just a computer programmer, but this thing that we invented, Zcash, is meaningful to people all around the world. So that's what makes it a thing.
But I think where people start getting a little bit confused is, for example, the money that we carry around in our pockets. I'm talking about physical money. That is tied to something. It's an IOU, if you like, from the issuing bank to say, this is a representation of the wealth that we hold here in the bank. It might represent £5 worth of gold that we have in our reserves, something that we all value, something that we all ascribe importance to. And what you hold in your hands is a representation of that. So you've actually created something that's worth, as you said, we all agree is worth something. When it comes to cryptocurrency, what am I trading on? What's the value that I have?
That's a great question. I really love that question. And it's the same question when I went on that Radiolab show. A lot of people have that question. And I think it's not true that the money that you hold in your hand is an IOU that you can get something like that. The only reason you can, buy groceries with the money is because the grocer will take it.
Yes.
But there isn't any gold anywhere that you can get for your pounds or whatever, your money.
I know. I don't think if I walked into my local bank and I said, I want the gold that represents this £20 note, I don't think they'll be too happy. But what are we trading when it comes to cryptocurrency? Many people have said, look, you've got these supercomputers that are solving mathematical problems, and that's the value. And for every problem that you solve, then you get rewarded with a piece of the coin.
That's a great question. Yeah. The truth is, all money is a shared illusion, kind of, including the national currencies of UK and euro and US dollars, and that's why I was saying at the beginning, the wonderful experience of my life is finding out that there's a bunch of people all over the world who share valuing privacy, which is why they use Zcash. Zcash is the name of the cryptocurrency that I helped, or I'm one of the makers of, and the technology part is fascinating. I'm a technologist, I'm a cryptographer and computer scientist. But the wonderful part is that people everywhere care about privacy and people not being controlled by other people. And so that's why they value Zcash instead of dollars.
Okay. So in a sense, that's sort of part of the, if you like, the benefits that are associated, or some people associate with cryptocurrency. But doesn't it all come down to trust? As you said, there is an informal agreement with national currencies that we all give it a value. The grocer accepts it, as does the petrol station, that we all agree on something. Your cryptocurrency, other cryptocurrencies that are around, who decides their value, and how can we all trust that value is going to be upheld? What if I buy some Zcash and then tomorrow someone decides, oh yeah, we're closing up shop now, it's gone?
Well, that's a great question. the value of everything, including Zcash and dollars and petrol and everything else, is really set by supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people trust the national government of their country to like manage it, like put out more money or raise the rates or lower the rates or whatever. But some people don't. Especially people in Latin America, I've noticed they really do not trust their government to manage how much of their currency is there. And the thing you said is, what if, trust. That's a really great question. I really appreciate your perspective, because within the realm of computer science, we've been struggling for, decades and decades, but we've made really good progress in the last 15 years or so on making computer protocols that nobody can shut down. Mm-hmm. Nobody can close up shop. So thus it is with Zcash, the thing I work on. I help develop the cryptography and the protocols and the software, but I can't shut it down if I want, and neither can anyone else. That's one of the beautiful things about it.
Mm-hmm. But then does it rely on what you said, that supply and demand? It's really
just supply and demand. So I would claim that that's also true of all the other monies, but it's just kind of a myth. It's like fiat money, as we call it, like national government money. It's kind of a scam because they're kind of promising something that they can't really deliver. And you see that a lot, especially, like I said, in Latin America and various other countries, when they turn out to be unable to deliver what they've sold to people.
And Zooko, apart from the technical know-how, the ability to program, and what comes with it, can anybody set up cryptocurrency? Is it something that's regulated? Are there some house rules about how you set it up?
That's a great question. Yeah, cryptocurrency was invented for the first time about 12 years ago now, and there were no rules. Nobody knew if any of the rules applied to this thing, because it was such a new thing. And that's basically still the case. Anybody can create any cryptocurrency they want. The only question is there any demand? Because the price is set by just supply and demand. So if nobody wants it, then it'll be worth no money and nobody will ever hear about it. So again, it goes back to what people care about and are interested in around the world that really matters.
Okay. Zooko, thank you for your time and your expertise. Fascinating to hear from someone who's been creating cryptocurrency. Zooko Wilcox, their CEO of Electric Coin.